That's right, Diane and Stephen. Two other women and plans for the three of them to share a home together. The question is, could Bob Bashara's secret plans be a motive for murder?
On New Year's Eve, as the clock ticked closer to 2012, Jane Bashara was home in Grosse Pointe while her husband Bob was hundreds of miles away with his mistress, Rachel Gillette. He was at the wedding of Gillette's daughter in South Carolina, seen here dancing with the mother of the bride. According to Jane's friends, she thought Bob was in Florida golfing with his buddies, and that's just a small part of Bob Bashara's secret double life. These internet blog posts obtained by the 7 Action News investigators suggest Bob Bashara was planning a new life at the time his wife was strangled. A new life that included not just one, but 2 other women. As we first reported last week, Bashara was in the process of buying this home on Kensington in Grosse Pointe Park when Jane was murdered. These blog posts say Bashara planned to share the home with his mistress, Rachel Gillette, and another unidentified woman from Oregon. All 3 were involved in an alternative lifestyle known as BDSM, which stands for Bondage, Discipline, Sadism, and Masochism. The posts are from a website called alt.com, used by people involved in BDSM. A knowledgeable source says the posts you're about to see were put up by Rachel Gillette using the screen name MBS_Bella. MBS stands for Master Bob Slave, and Bella means beautiful. August 2011, MBS Bella posts, "We are looking for a special girl, a third to round out our relationship, someone who would live with us on a full-time permanent basis, who is free to commit to being part of a loving, nurturing, male-dominated home. Master Bob is the head of our relationship." The posts show that for years they were seeking out another woman for a 3-way relationship known as a triad. Here's a post from MBS Bella from September of 2010. "We are looking for one unique individual who can fit with us and our personalities. An attractive female, ages from late 30s to early 50s, must be able to relocate to us, willing to obey his directions concerning finances, health issues, and self-growth. Gainfully employed." According to the blog posts, Bob Bashara and his mistress found the woman they were seeking. Last November, posting as MBS Triad, Rachel Gillette writes, "We are a true D/S triad, a group of 3. Master Bob is the head of our home, respected and cared for by his 2 lovely slaves, Bella and Jay." In mid-January of this year, blog posts say Bashara flew to Oregon to meet the 3rd female slave in the triad. On January 12th, Rachel Gillette writes, "Oregon also has one very special girl that I am just dying to meet. And now for this weekend only, Oregon also has my master." According to one of her friends, while Bob was in Oregon, Jane thought he was out of town on business.
A source close to Jane Bashara says if she was aware of Bob's alternative lifestyle and his plans with these other women, she did not share it with her friends. If Bob was planning to set up shop with these women in a new home, how would Jane fit into the picture? And could this be a motive for murder?
There are also questions about how Bashara could afford this new double life. According to public records, Bashara's marital home has an outstanding $534,000 mortgage. The new home was listed at $239,000. Bob Bashara had also fallen behind on taxes on several of his rental properties. Just yesterday, Bashara sat down with ABC's Good Morning America for an exclusive interview, saying he had no reason to kill his wife.
Is there any motive that you could have had to kill your wife?
No, none.
Financial?
None.
Didn't want to be married to her anymore?
None whatsoever. We had a very good, open relationship.
But Bashara deflected questions about his affair with Rachel Gillette.
Is it just all lies?
You know what, I'm not going to comment on that because it has nothing to do with the case.
Shortly after Jane's body was found in her SUV, Rachel Gillette was questioned by police, then she dropped out of sight. Her only public comment is this written statement in which she condemned the media for exploiting the tragedy. "I think the general public should be ashamed of their feverish appetite for gossip," she said. When Bashara was interviewed by police, he told them he was just friends with Gillette. Police sources tell me investigators believe they caught him in a lie on that one.
I obtained Rachel Gillette's cell phone number through a source. I called her. I told her I had to ask her some questions about the posting she made on the website alt.com under the screen name MBS Bella. She said, I said, I don't want to talk to the media. Then she hung up on me, but she did not deny making those posts on that blog.
Well, Scott, Bashara's attorney seems to be opening the door to an affair. I mean, what he said on ABC, that they had an open relationship. But did he say anything at all about the new life that Bashara seems to be planning?
He did confirm that Bashara was trying to buy the house on Kensington. He said that he was given his deposit back after Jane was murdered, but he said he couldn't talk or confirm that they were planning a three-way relationship in that home because he hasn't talked to Bob in detail about any affairs.
And this is all important right now because it really speaks to a potential motive.
It does. It really does. I mean, it is a possible motive, and from what I'm hearing from my sources who know Jane, she didn't know anything or say anything about an open marriage.
You can count on Action News and WXYZ.com to bring you any and all breaking developments in the Jane Bashara murder, and of course you can read up on all the latest updates on this case on our homepage at WXYZ.com.